you for joining the Leone Broadcasting Corporation, where they bring on a live update according to what's in the Sierra Leone. At any time from now, the president will enter inside Connaught as a motorcar, they enter the random and talk to people. This is the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation live from the Connaught Hospital. The president Leone finally reached the hospital. From Connaught Hospital, we go immediately hospital, 34 hospital, for actually see the other victims then when they at the hospital. We admit for this fire incident that happened yesterday. This is not the Leone Broadcasting Corporation. The president don't land, he don't condom, he enter at the hospital now. Viewers, as well as the scotch. He don't enter now, he return at the hospital.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is His Excellency the Enter and the Vice President. Right now, today with the hospital care manager, where the updates are. See?
Annex building where we kept the patients that are really critically injured. We had a lot of patients ranging between the age group of 17 to 40, young patients, male predominated. There are a few children who are free. Actually, most of them are young men involved in this incident. So when they came yesterday, we had to sort them out. So this was yesterday, jam-packed. But we received fluids, drugs, which we were able to give them, resuscitate them. And we had some support from doctors all over the country came to our aid.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, from His Excellency the President don't enter inside the ICU unit and it updates, it gets a brief from the hospital care manager. I must say, we deal with me still now.
Yes, the President and the Vice President, Dr. Julia Jallo, don't enter with other government authorities. The Minister for Western Region, Safe Day and Nabila Tunis. We get boku people there now. We have government authorities there, IG, AIG. Then Safe Day for actually see. We get Deputy Internal Affairs Minister, Lahai Lawrence, they all there now for actually pay a visit. But the President will enter now for talk to the fire victims then, for talk to them, and sympathize with them. This is the Leone Broadcasting Corporation. We will continue for link with the National Broadcaster for updates from Connaught Hospital and 34 Hospital. As the President, they talk to the victims there now, and the hospital care manager and the hospital secretary, doctors and nurses and at the hospital. We will continue for link with Una. We will continue for link with Una for Guna more updates. But waiting they happen at Connaught Hospital viewers. Well, we'll get Dr. Wisco Manaya. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam. Very well, thank you.
If you tell me much more about what happened yesterday and the victims that went in car with Teresa?
I know, well, most of the me case plenty thinking they subdue this here, or that I know they talk too much, but me not they see me. Yes. So I received victims when I I made her receive 87 for you, and then no. A15 can be identified for. Then, but
the president now.
All right, His Excellency the President don't come on at the first ward and it'll go to the other ward at the ICU, and we still move with the entourage them right now for can see. Family waiting make una no go see the people them because of the state where they right now. And I make the camera no go enter inside the hospital of inside, but we go show now the entourage and with His Excellency the President where they come up. We're not going to show now the people them right now because they're in the very critical stage, but we will continue for you now. I must say, so talk to me about this intervention of His Excellency.
Yeah, well, this is a very big thing because As we now all know, the president has to kind of even reach in house, in lodge, he can immediately for sympathize and see the people then, in terms of what happened yesterday. As they come, he gets other government authorities them, where they with them wake up, for many actually see what happened. The president they can up on the second floor now for visit the other fire victims them. Will be involved in the accidents yesterday.
All right, plenty thank you. His Excellency, they climb up the step and in entourage, including the Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Minister of Health, and other senior government officials, they right now na the hospital. They can say, famble them on a beer, we're not able to show right outside the president go talk to the victims because of the critical stage where they until we know where people then burn from fire, a very, very, very serious. But this the live commentary from the Connaught mortuary, Connaught hospital in Freetown. Will they go down? So this unit where we just come out, so we get plenty people them where they na this side, family them where they struggle for see how they're able to recover from the lives as well. We don't go to the first unit, and this now na the second unit where the president don't go visit. We're not going to show now there as I say family I will keep telling now because of the current situation of the people then. But the team they go out for go wait for His Excellency. We can talk to the media and salon people then concerning this fire incident. We just left the annex building when at the triage ICU. Beside the president inside and the ward now they talk to different people then. But now though we get different people then. We they see the press secretary Yusuf Kokotoma Sandy.
The president never talk short bit owner. But we have to just go wait at the entrance and there. Where they go, yeah?
Right, that's not the press secretary Yusuf Kokotoma Sandy. Just don't give you updates. His Excellency go talk to the media and salon people them concerning this tragic event where happened yesterday. Please continue for watch SLBC. We'll keep showing our interest in seeing them as a public service broadcaster and a salon. We'll continue for show side big dignitaries and the government officials, and we'll wait patiently for His Excellency who can update the public so far. They just come, and as he come, he just visits the Connaught Hospital. From here, it'll go now the 34 military government hospital same so for go talk to the other fire victims them as themselves they did hospitalized. We still there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we still wait on His Excellency as a day na the ICU ward and the annex building for make it go come, for can talk to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, the press secretary, they organized the media team for make we able to get view from His Excellency, the president, for talk to salon people them. The same way so then the Africa Young Voices Television Media Empire, plus other hosts of radio and television, newspaper, journalists them then including different government dignitaries. Colleague journalists and all then including strategic communication person, Mohamed Ba, we also get Imam Sila and other people them. People them wait and people them they sit down quiet as David go to show now who side them people then sit down that side they patiently wait for me they can get word from His Excellency. So viewers, now the SLBC, we keep on posted as we patiently wait on the president. But meantime, we get lots of health personnel. Then from yesterday on to now, nurses, doctors, porters, all day in the central refer hospital and the Connaught for CC, then come together for rescue humanity. This is not patriotism, and this is what we call Sierra Leone. His Excellency the President, they come and can ready for talk to the media. They can ready for talk to the media concerning this tragic, devastated event will be yesterday. Well, this is not the entourage of His Excellency where they come and they get a stop for talk to the press. Good evening, His Excellency.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, you don't understand the concern. What are you feeling when this kind of disaster happened yesterday? Because so many lives lost and people are still in hospital.
This is a national disaster of a magnitude way just beyond anybody understanding at the moment. We are trying to cope, but the only thing I'm happy about is how our medical staff, the national medical staff, have responded. I'm very pleased with all accounts that I've heard about them in terms of working together, pooling all the resources together, starting from the National Disaster Agency, which is a new agency, how they've been able to coordinate, and the coordination among all the groups that have to participate in such a situation. So it is a national disaster, but our team has responded very well to it. That is the bit that I'm happy about.
His Excellency,
I'm saddened that we can lose so many people in a very short time, and so many are still suffering, but at least we have a group of people who are trying to give them comfort and to help them here.
His Excellency, you just come, and what's the message you want for send to Salon people where they watch you right now concerning this tragic event?
Well, definitely, this is not a disaster where it don't happen, and we want for first help the one that we're critically injured so that they go heal. Then we will go to the lessons we will learn from them kind there, so that it not go ever be again. We as a nation get for learn from that kind of disaster and see what we will do so that it not go happen again. But I think the one important thing we have want to say, a big thank you to the medical staff, to the Vice President from last night. We are hearing about this. It done they keep me posted and everything, to the agency for disaster. How they all with the health ministry, the police, the military have responded very well.
Please, thank you. It's up to me. All right, that's the President just update the general public concerning this. Ladies and gentlemen, we move right now. We go now 34 military hospital with the President. Also, we go see another set of people them we admit. His Excellency, they go now the 34 military hospital. Definitely the SLBC. Your voice.
Yes, I can join me now.
Via the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation from the Connaught Hospital. His Excellency don't come na the 34 military hospital. We host different people them we self-affected from the fire disaster. But as you can hear in the scene, the weather condition right now very serious. But His Excellency still is drive on and for come inside this particular side day. Back of me from the sea. This is not the Sawi people them admit presently where they seek medical attention. So we don't come and we still the wait. But meantime, before the candidate Yusuf Kekatomasandi, Yusuf, you see His Excellency don't talk, say this time let everybody calm down and this is a national disaster. So talk to me about this message where the President gives us the repeater station I go say.
Well, of course, the President is father of the nation. Remember, say this is a tragedy will affect beaucoup families. And therefore, it be there out. And the moment overnight we get first he don't come, for come sympathize. The Vice President will on the ground, don't show a lot of leadership. And we feel say President there for come sympathize.
Right. The President don't enter now the other word again, and Dr. Siva Lee, they will come and they update for Seka, the other people that were admitted now this particular side. Now the military hospital now 34. All right, we're not able for sure now, but we still engage Yusuf Kekatuma Sunday. Yes, you be the talk on the president in message so far now the Connaught Hospital. So people them we sit on our house, they watch and they listen to the SLBC.
So the message firstly now for tell condolence to the families that were affected by this tragic loss. We get many people who don't die, many people who obviously were affected very badly. But also the president also now tell thank you to the respondents them. For instance, the disaster management agency, the police, the military, everybody, ONS, way obviously once it happened, they mobilize together for more help and support people. But more importantly, the vice president, we don't show enormous leadership. We don't be on the ground from last night, we don't work today. So I think the president in Connaught, now for just reassure victims them, for telling say this is not something where as a father of the nation, we really touch him and he deeply disturbed by it. But now we could do everything we can for support families and the victims then.
Thank you very much, Yusuf Kekatuma Sandi. Naya, again, a day with the Minister of Health and Sanitation, Dr. Austin Demby. Good evening and welcome to the SLBC.
Thank you very much.
All right, this thing that happened yesterday, and this now you sector where they in charge, now the hospital them across. We don't go to the Connaught Hospital, and now they're not the 34. Talk to me about the capacity force of them hospital for accommodating people there.
Well, this is a big challenge for we all. So what will they try for do now for marshal all of the medical and nursing staff that we'll get throughout the country that will all come together for fight this. So again, I think the first step now isn't for be the initial reaction. So I think we get a very good first reaction. So now we look for see what thing we need around three major buckets. First about medical needs where we require now. So the second now the psychosocial support needs, and the third now the welfare needs. So we try to bring all in together. So a very difficult challenge. Fortunately, we get them beds will be available for COVID. Now we convert them all into this emergency response.
All right, Mr. Minister, so you don't really give the points. Now the people them same so they're in this kind of critical condition. We get enough medical supply because when we be going at the central hospital in Connaught, people, the doctors that be concerning medical supply. We get any at the moment?
We get a lot of medical supplies, but never enough for this kind of catastrophe. So right now we talk to the external partners. In fact, this morning I talked to WHO Geneva. I talked to WHO Brazzaville. They're all on the side, so they'll send some supplies for you. So right now, in the next 24 to 48 hours, they'll send a huge consignment of supplies for you from the biomedical side. But we'll also look for other help from other partners.
All right, plenty thank you. The president don't say so come out now. The other units, they don't come, you don't see them, people them way. Colonel Dr. Sivali don't update them so far concerning different things. His Excellency, from Connaught, now you don't come now the 34 military hospital. The Colonel Dr. Sivali don't update you about this. So talk to me about the feeling so far and how you will come inside for address the kind of challenge there right now.
The feeling is the same. We are devastated for see your compatriots then lay down, they suffer, and we don't lose close to 100 instantly. Definitely, that is the worst feeling you can have. But like I say, Yanda, we're very impressed with the level of cooperation and coordination among the various agencies we can normally organize this. And as you can see, the medical staff and the keep for say thank you to them because they do the very best they can for save we brothers and we sisters there. It could not have been better.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for your intervention so far now. It accomplished by the Vice President, but the weather is very terrible. You can imagine, as we talk so right now, rain they come now, the 34 military hospital. The Vice President, the President, and other ministers of governments, MDs, including the security forces, them all, they accompanying the President. Omar Napoleon, good evening again and welcome to the SLBC.
Yeah, thank you, good evening again.
You don't be out and about for the rest of this day, Now the president's same way so don't come now, I don't can see, I know so I need for going at the drawing board for adjust or for sister want to go intervene. So talk to me about this level of commitment so far in the area of the president.
Well, that's great. He's the father of the nation. We therefore cut off in tree for come back today. But every what he see and the pictures that we send to him is very more devastating. For Mr. Fanua Gona, that's seen I cannot Connaught. I see, what I see, it don't make I don't dey about for the rest of the day. For really see, we only now dey pray God for the one day where they're still alive. Let God make the way we forsake their lives in. But it's very, very more devastating. It's a very, very serious issue in this nation. I made the president come, don't carry straight, and they go there about. And one for appreciating back also of the rest of this money here, not only about for show the world and the nation what's really happening in our country right now.
Vice President, thank you to Umar Napoleon Nkrumah, Deputy Minister of Justice. We're fambling now with the end of live coverage of this special edition. We meet you live from the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation.